tigers are the absolute divas of the animal kingdom. Yes, I'm talking Genevieve Unaji Big or Angelina Jolie Popular. In Yoruba culture, they have an indigenous word. They are called Ekun. Many of us may have come across the term Amotekun from the popular Southwestern security outfit. The word Amotekun means leopard, and the leopard is believed to be an inferior form of the tiger. The Nigerian male and female basketball teams also have their nicknames after the tiger. It is quite funny really, because as a country that imports virtually everything, you would think we could be excused from importing a nickname. Still, tigers are very popular. Have you ever wondered why you've never seen one, or if you'd ever see one if you live in Nigeria? And before you go on and pretend like you already know the answer to that question, I'll have you know that I recently left one of my friends in shock when I told him that there were no tigers in Nigeria. He refused to believe, so we went on Google to search. And what was the result? Triumph for me and more embarrassment for him. It turned out that he did not know the difference between a tiger and an African serval cat. The tiger may be a striped cat, but there are a host of other striped and spotted animals that could be found on the Nigerian plain. For instance, in the Nigerian rainforest, one of the most popular striped predators we have is the African civet. It is found in the rainforest regions of southwestern and south-south Nigeria. In some places in the south, it is popularly referred to as the bush tiger. We also have the African serval cat, which is found in the savanna plains of Nigeria. One of the most popular places we can find the serval is the Yankari Game Reserve in Bauchi State. So while we have these striped and spotted animals, why can't we find the real thing in our land? Most tigers are found in rainforest areas, but they are very adaptable. You could also find tigers in savannas or even Arctic regions, for instance, the Siberian tiger. Nigeria has a very rich vegetation area. We have ecoregions that consist of a wide variety of plant and animal species. Our ecoregions consist of the mangrove swamp, freshwater swamp, rainforest, Guinea savanna, Sudan savanna, and Sahel savanna. Although many of them are in a current state of ecological disrepair. The mangrove swamp forests have lost their groove, and the rainforests that we have these days are just rains. It is partly one of the reasons why we have so much devastating impact from erosion, because we don't have the trees to support and mitigate the effects of erosion any longer. With the kind of climate we have though, I don't think adaptability is the real issue why the tiger could not be found living in the wild here. Even in the broader African plain, it is impossible to find wild tigers, sadly. But it is not as a result of adaptation that makes it impossible to find tigers, as we have concluded. One of the reasons why I think it will be difficult for tigers to survive in Africa is very simple. It is competition. We may not have tigers, but we do have lions, leopards, cheetahs, jackals, and a host of other predators that will give the tiger a run for its money. The tiger may be big and strong and may rival the lion in terms of strength, but being a solitary animal leaves it susceptible to thieves like hyenas and jackals. The tiger, being a solitary animal, will likely struggle on the African plain. Instead, the tiger absolutely dominates the Asian continent. It is primarily found in India and some other parts of Asia where it is the apex predator. Apex predator or not, wild tigers are an endangered species and really need to be left alone. Since it has already been established that we cannot see any wild tigers in the wild in Nigeria, how about the possibility of us seeing some in captivity? Our zoos maybe? Unfortunately, the answer is no. The state of our zoos right now will make the tiger thankful that it isn't housed around these parts. If you do want to see tigers though, there are some African zoos and enclosed nature spaces that you can go to. The Johannesburg Zoo is popular for having a variety of tigers. You also have the Nairobi Zoo in Kenya. For us Nigerians, it is rumored that the Accra Zoo in Ghana also has some tigers, but I won't bank on it, and would instead advise you to confirm and verify independently before you embark on that journey. Believe it or not, some Nigerians are rumored to have held tigers as pets in the past. The most popular is the very popular music video director Cezanne Ogoro, known for his works with the likes of D'banj, with Wizkid and Asa, who was believed to have had a pet tiger in the 2010s. So while we've established that we don't have tigers here, it is important to note that we do have some animals that we can be proud of. We still have lions, we still have leopards, we don't have cheetahs anymore due to the activities of man, but we still have hyenas and a host of other striped, spotted, and diverse variety of animals that are in need of conservation. Groups like the Nigerian Conservative Forum and the Wildlife Conservative Society of Nigeria are leading the charge to help amp up conservation efforts, but it is everybody's business. So in conclusion, remember these three things. Number one, there are no tigers living in the wild in Nigeria or even in captivity. As a matter of fact, the closest we have to tigers in this country are tiger nuts. Number two is that while we don't have tigers, we do have a host of animals that are still worth saving. And finally, we owe it to ourselves to prevent these animals from following the unfortunate fate of the cheetah and going into extinction. We need these animals for our future.